Hello and welcome. This is Ruth Hamilton, and today I have got the brand new stamp club from Tonic Studios, and this one is called Hey Snowmie. So as you can see, there are beautiful little snowmen here, and if you're like me and you like snowmen, this is really lovely because not only have you got the stamps to colour in, but you've got the corresponding dies to cut them out with here. So we've got three little snowmen. Maybe looks like mum, dad and child, and this is the large die here that will cut that out, and then we've got two snowmen on a sleigh, and this is the die to cut that one out as well. So I'm quite interested to see what all's here. Looks like these are the pieces to make a large die cut snowman, and then we have two different sized trees and some stars here. There's a lovely snowflake. And then quite a lot of these other pieces look like they are pieces which would decorate the snowmen, whether that's the die cut ones or the stamped ones. It actually looks like it's the die cut ones. So we've got scarves and mittens and hats and carrots and sticks for arms. And then this looks like a present with some ribbon and a little bow. And then that looks like a mug and possibly another mug. I'm not sure what that is, but I'll die cut it and see. And then we've got some clouds here as well for the background. So there are lots of sentiments as well. Sending warm holiday hugs, chilling with my snowmies, hey Snowmie, and then quite a few extra other ones there too. So these dies cut out these trees too by the look of it. And not only have we got the stamp set and the die set, but we have a really, really beautiful stencil. I hope you can see that. There, maybe I should get a darker piece of card. So there it is on some black card, and you can see that we've got falling snow and snowflakes, and that is going to be gorgeous and so useful for so many other things, not just for this stamp and die set as well. So, well, I'll go and have a look out some card and see what I can do with it when I come back with that. In the meantime, if this is your first time here, you are very welcome. And I'd love you to subscribe to my channel. There's loads more videos. I seem to have been videoing for days now solidly, and lots of videos are all in drafts and unlisted on YouTube and will be posted and published and whatever in a few days, weeks or whatever length of time it is until these things are released. But I seem to have been very, very busy, and so if you subscribe, you'll be able to keep up to date with all of those as well. So thank you very much. For my first card, I have chosen this stamp. So it's the two snowmen on the little sleigh. I'm going to colour that in with some Nuvo Alcohol markers, and then I'll come back in a moment or two when I've finished that, and I'll die cut it with the little die that fits over it. So I'm putting it into my stamping platform. I think that saves me an awful lot of a lot of hassle coming back and forwards if I don't get it stamped right the first time. So anyhow, I'll go ahead and stamp and colour that, and you can watch. So there it is, cut out with the die. That little die cuts in really closely to it, so it turned out really well. I should have said too that before I used the stamps, I conditioned them by rubbing the top off them with my thumbs first of all, just to make sure you get all that sort of greasy residue off them, and then they take the ink really well, and that will give you a really good stamping effect at the end. So I'm going to use a 5x7 card now, and I've taken this piece of card is 17 centimeters by 12, and then a piece of white which is smaller, so that is 16.5 by 11.5, and that one's going to go on top. So because that's my background, I'm just going to set that aside for the moment. I have taken these two dies for the Christmas trees, and I've cut myself out some paper just to make little masks with them, and then I'm going to stamp the Christmas tree stamps on. Both of them are ready to go there. So when I stamp this one, then I'll add the mask on top and stamp the other one so that I don't get double stamping one part over the other. You'll see how I do that anyhow as I go through it, and then I'm going to colour those in with these alcohol markers. So now I've got this ready, and I have measured in 3.5 centimeters from each side and 2 centimeters up from the bottom, and I've marked a line across that. That's the central line, but I want to cut a little channel out, just going along about 1/4 centimeter each side of that. It doesn't have to be just exactly the perfect size, but just with a craft knife run along there, and just a little bit up here. I want to have about 1/2 centimeter in between those two, so that's really what I'm aiming for, because for my little slider card I'm going to have these little foam pads, and I need to know that they're going to fit in through that. So if that's slightly too small, I can just trim another little bit off, and there we are. I'll just pop those bits out. Now you can see I haven't decorated the rest of this, but I am going to add my sentiment and whatnot on, and then do the sky when I get this spinner part, this slider part done. I always like to make sure that this works first, and then we add the rest on afterwards. So that's that out, and now I've got 2 little foam pads on the back of a penny, and I'm going to put that through there, and that fits well, so that's good. So I'll just put that through there, and I remove these, and I've got another penny with the same things on, and I'm going to add that on top like so, and then I take those off and I'll add my stamped image right on top of there. So now you can see that the little sledge will go back and forwards across the card. Isn't that nice? Now I want to add that on top of my blue piece and then attach it to the front of the card, and then I'll decorate the rest of this. I could have put 2 pieces on that. I've done this before and I've put 2 pennies either side, so I would have needed 4 pennies to do that. But I like the fact that that was wobbling around a bit. But if you wanted to keep yours smooth, just to go straight across and back and forwards, what you would do is add a penny either side and not put it in the middle like that. But we're going to have a bumpy ride in this sledge, so there we are. So that's running freely back and forwards there. And to attach it to the blue, you need to add some 3D foam pads so that it will run at the back. Now, I had gone ahead, as you can see, and put glue on, and just forgot, but I'm more used to the just ordinary layering. But you do need these foam pads. I have run out of bigger ones, but so I've just gone ahead and put some small ones on to keep that up so that this can run free at the back. And just remember, along the bottom here, you don't want large ones because this has got to move back and forward. So now all you do is attach that to your bottom layer, like and then just glue that to the card front. Some clouds from the little cloud die across here. Thank you so much across there. And I want to add some glitter. I'm going to use my glitter accents, but I don't want it very, very thick. So what I'm doing is just putting some out onto a piece of card here, you can see. Like that. I want the sparkly effect, but I want it quite thin. And I'm just going to stipple that on with a brush. That's the first card finished. I've added a few other little pieces onto it that I hadn't actually intended, but I've got lots of this glitter accents along the bottom. It's not too thick because I just wanted a subtle look, and then I was really happy with the way that turned out. So it's a happy little card. Do you like this kind of thing? You can let me know in the comments if that's the kind of card you like, or do you like something more mature or whatever. But every now and again I like to make something like this as well, so do let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the next card that I'm going to make too. So I've gone ahead, and this time I have got a 6x6 card. I have taken some silver mirror card, and it's cut to 14.5 centimeters square, and then the Arctic blue is cut to 14 centimeters square, and I've already attached them to each other because you don't want to see my face reflected in that. And I'm going to attach that onto the card front when I have finished. But I've looked through the dies that are in the set this time, and I've gone ahead and cut a lot of different pieces out, and you can see them all here. I had a little die set, it's an older one from Tonic, that cut out layering hearts, and I have snipped the stamp in two. This stamp said, just to show you it here, I've cut that bit off. Didn't intend to put it away, but it actually says sending warm holiday hugs. I just wanted the warm hugs, so there's how it looked attached together, and I snipped this bit off and I've got the warm hugs, which is all I needed. Yeah. And I have die cut that with one of this layering heart die, and I'm going to set that aside to use at the end. So I thought I'd make two little snow people, a little snowman and a little snow lady. So I have taped the three large snowball snowman pieces together and die cut them those three 2 times, and we've got all the pieces we need. And then I've cut 2 sets of the little arms in brown. I have cut the little hat. Now I've used the 2 dies for the hat. I've cut them out once, the background on its own, and that's this one. And then I have used the background and the pattern, and that's got this one. I'm going to glue that on top, and it looks like a little ribbed effect hat. That's for the little lady. I've cut the man's hat and the little band in brown to go across there, and 2 carrot noses, some clouds. I've also got some trees cut. I've actually cut quite a few of them, and I mightn't even use any of them, but I've got them there anyhow. And I'll go ahead and use these pieces. I'm going to attach these 3 snow pieces together first of all. I'll put some double-sided tape down the back just to hold those together, because one is going to go flat onto the card and the other one is going to go on with 3D foam pads, just so that it's sitting slightly forward from the other one. And then I will attach them onto this. Eventually that will go onto the card, but I'm going to add my little drop of glitter this time with the Glitter Gloss Aqua Shimmer pen. So enjoy. I'll speed it up while I go ahead and do all of that. So that was a really fun set of dies and stamps to work with. I really enjoyed making both of those, and I hope you do too whenever you get your set. Don't forget to let me know what you think, and also don't forget, if you do enjoy it, to subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you. Bye bye.